Now I wonder, for these other colonies that I have right here, are any of these other colonies dead? Let's check some fondant. Let's see how these colonies look. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This looks good. This looks good. Look at this right here. This is why I love this fondant right here, because I can look right down in here. Now you see I have this insulation here. I built these shims here and I foamed it. But we can see the girls right in there, and they've taken, oh, I mean, you're talking a 3-inch circle out of here. So this colony here seems to be doing okay. You know, if they start running low on stores that they have in these hive bodies here, they have this insurance feed here. So this colony is good. Now, this colony here was the one that I had to condense down into just one hive body. Well, I tell you what, I see bees down in here. Excellent, excellent. There's girls in there. So, you know, I don't know as far as the cluster size, and I'm not going to break these boxes. I have them taped. I'm just not doing that right now. So I just want survival. So let me get this lid back on here. 2 for 2 so far. Now, I'm also double checking this Gorilla tape that I have on here. If you remember and you've been watching, I taped up all of these hive bodies. Excellent. Look at this. Look at this. I can see them down in there. Again, this colony here, similar like the others, they're working almost to a 3-inch circle in this fondant here. Man, hello there, girls. Excellent. Let me set this hive tool over here and get this lid on. The girls on this one here, you know, they're working it, so that's excellent also. Decent amount in there. Hopefully everybody had a very Merry Christmas. Celebrate Christmas for what it is. You know, it's just not all gifts and everything like that. Even though gifts, I mean, sometimes they're nice, you know. But, you know, I told some of my family, really, I didn't want much. Told my wife I wanted some sweats. I got sweats. Got this really nice hoodie also. The last time I was in this colony, they're not going to be too pleased with me. All right, I got to fix this. Look at this. This is what I was afraid of. Look at this mess. This is the only one that's doing that. This colony has a decent population. You look at this. I mean, it's got a decent population, but man alive. This one here's good also. Oh my Lord. Wow. Well, this has worked. So I put the Reflectix on top of here, and then I cut that hole, and look at this. They have taken that huge circle amount out of here. Let me look down under. Oh yeah, they're in there. I like how that is right there. Now, if I could next year build some type of a shim on this, that might be the trick. This colony has taken a pretty decent circle out of here as well. Man, that's awesome. Awesome. Not like that one in the back. That one in the back, they have devoured that fondant. Now, if you think that colony in the back that has taken all that fondant, if they didn't have that, what would they be doing? They'd be devouring the stores down below. I don't want that. I would rather have those stores saved, and if it gets into, say, late February, March, where there's absolutely nothing out there for them to forage, or temps are going up, activity is going up, I would rather have them, you know, have those stores for them. So you can see them in there. All right. I also have my Appy tab in there as well. So, but this colony, they haven't quite taken as much of the fondant, but they're in there. They're doing good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames of bees on here. All right, so 6 frames of bees. Excellent. Girls in here too. 11 for 11 in this apiary here. Now I've checked both of the colonies at the farmer's property. They are both good as well. So moving towards, we had a very bad November. Lost 3 colonies in November. Have never had that happen. But finishing up December, it looks like we're going to have 13 colonies still. So decent population in there. Not going to bother them. So we just recently had the winter solstice. And what's significant for beekeepers about the winter solstice is we gain time now during the day. December 21st, that is, as far as daylight, you know, here in Northeast Ohio, that is the shortest day of the year. After the solstice, the queens gradually, and it's not like it's just a huge increase, but they will gradually start to increase the eggs that they lay a day. So having passed the winter solstice, I want to talk about some of my basic goals for 2024. And what I'm going to do to all of these 10 frame colonies is I'm going to transition to single brood management. I've been watching a lot of videos on single brood management, and you know, number one, your inspections are typically faster. You have 1 brood chamber, 10 frames, versus if you have a double deep, you have 20 frames that if you really want to get a grasp on what is going on with that colony, you're breaking boxes, lifting boxes, it's a lot of work. So single brood management, you end up cutting down your inspection time because you only have to check 1 brood chamber. Now think of it this way also. Treatments. I like to use Apivar strips. So instead of putting 4 strips in a double brood box early in the year, I will only need 2. So as far as cost there, it's going to take my cost down. Now, with single brood management, early in the year, you break them down and, you know, I'll transition all of these boxes to 1, and then I will put a super on them, okay? Draw them up and get them to lay, okay, in that super. Now, after a week or 2, I've seen, you know, up to 3 weeks, let them get established up in that that super that you've added, and then you want to get that queen into the lower box, put a queen excluder on, that way the bees are used to working, and add on your supers. Now, single brood management, you're supposed to get a higher honey yield, but the trade-off there is you have to feed more. So I accept that though, and that's part of, you know, the husbandry that me being a beekeeper, I accept that. I could take all of this extra honey, harvest it, and then leave them with nothing, and when we hit those dearths, these colonies could potentially crash. So I'm going to, you know, only my 10 frame colonies, I still have 2 8 frame colonies here. I might move them to 10 frame, because I was preaching that through this season also. I wanted, you know, uniform equipment throughout. That's why I was using the buckets. That's why I'm switching over. Everything has the insulated inner covers. It's just easier to manage when, let's say I'm going to add a box onto each of the colonies. I don't have to look, well, that's an 8 frame, that's a 7 framer. We'll see. That's what I'm going to, you know, aim for in 2024. So, you know, I want to wish everybody, though, a happy new year. Wish everybody a fantastic 2024 season. And I also want to thank everybody that's been watching. You know, 2023 has been a fantastic year. The channel, we're so close to breaking 5K. I wanted to try and do that before the new year, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm about 50 away, so very, very close. But again, thank you everyone for watching. It's going to be a fantastic season this next year. So you all, I appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to watch. You know, if there's any other Ohio beekeepers that are watching this, follow along because I show everything. You know, even when I screwed up back there, I show that stuff because that's how we all learn. So I always say 100% transparency is the best for this channel. So that said, Everybody have a happy new year, and we will see you soon.